I'm going to say goodnight to racism and hello to freedom. That's Governor Westmore. All right, that's Governor Westmore. First black governor of the state of Maryland. First black governor. First black this, first black that, first black. But they're not serving our community. That's me, the good in the hood. All right, I'm a weaver in Baltimore. That's Governor Westmore. And Governor Westmore, you got to turn that information over. I'm a whistleblower on the courts. That's Chairman Jordan, House Judiciary Committee. November 2023. It's 2024. All right. For more information about Mr. Davis, he can be found on Facebook. Social media for social change. That's Kwesi Mfume, and he wrote the letter. It's National Constitution Day. I'm not McGrath. And Governor Hogan can go to jail. Prosecutorial immunity doesn't apply because he's not in office. He made $4 billion off the prison industry. That's Governor Westmore. And like I said, I'm a weaver in Baltimore. All right, I'm the weaver in Baltimore. And that's a governor citation from Governor Hogan. Talking about Operation Greylord, the money y'all make behind the war on drugs, N62528. That's Natasha from the Public Defender's Office. That's Governor Westmore. And we're going to take steps for justice. That's Johnny Oleski. He asked for an investigation. We talking about the money behind the machine. That's Governor O'Malley. That's Judge Bell. And that's Scott Shellenberger and me. That's Bill Ferguson. County Executive Johnny Oleski. And like I said, Shorty's Underground and Catering. Established 1998. I'm a whistleblower. So Governor Westmore, Attorney General Anthony Brown, Eric Barron, President Biden. That's Brooke Learman. I need an audit. I'm out $250 million in intellectual property for making a documentary about Governor O'Malley. Like I said, Operation Greylord, the money behind the machine. That's Mikulski. That's Learman. That's Speaker Jones, Raskin, Hoyer, Asselbrook. I told y'all I was making a movie in the 2024 session, the 2023 session. I got you on film when I was doing it. Social media for social change. Kwesi Mfume told you about that. That's what it is, Maryland's prison industry. And I gave it to you in 2010 and you locked me up in 2011. That's my Storm Falls Road. In regards to your documentary, I would not be able to appear if my office can be of assistance. All right? That's Senator Ben Cardin's. That's Delegate Ray. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's Senator Ben Cardin's, 2023. That's Barbara Mikulski, 2009. See that? You reading that? That's Barbara Mikulski. Told you all I was making a documentary. Filming a documentary. That's Commissioner Belfield. He had this. That's FOX45. They had it. And that's Jane Miller, WBAL. She had it. Justin Fenton had it. Baltimore Sun Liam filming me. Fern Shin lied to you. She did a whole article and didn't tell no truth. Like I said, release all material to the voters. That's Governor O'Malley and parole and probation. 1402 Lochner, October 2009. Yeah, put it in a book. So if you want to hide something, hide it in a book. That's Speaker Jones, and that's Speaker Jones. That's Legal Mail. That's Peter Francott. That's Peter Francott. That's City Paper. That's the case right here, all right? And this lady lied. I'm not Emmett Till. Johanna Leon lied to the public on December the 24th, 2007. Right here, the envelope. Y'all never turned in that envelope. Y'all never turned over that tape. Y'all kidnapped me just like Emmett Till. I'm not Emmett Till. I'm still alive and breathing. I'm Shorty, all right? And right here, Dwayne Shorty Davis. He got his hands in a whole lot of shit. And I do. I'm a Baltimore City hero. You feel me? The Baltimore City heroes. Racism don't work without black cooperation. This man has been silent for the longest. Like I said, 2008, Dwayne G. Davis. Please allow 30 to 60 days for an investigation. That's President Obama. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's Xavier Conway, the court. He destroyed evidence. That's the Maryland Black Caucus. You did the same thing. That's Delegate Kaylin Young. All right. And that's Tom Perez and President Obama. That's Tom Perez and me. That's Brian Frosh and me. Attorney General Brian Frosh. All right. I said you can put it in a book. That's Dwayne G. Davis. 8/10/2010, 1402 Lochner. That's Judge Boers, Governor O'Malley, Governor Quinn, Judge Bell, Carl Snowden, Attorney General, Civil Rights Division. You feel me? Dear Judge Boers. It's all right here. Adrian Jones got it. Raskin got it. Hoyer got it. Asselbrook, you got to deal with it. See who that is? Speaker Adrian Jones. That's Governor Westmore, 2023, March. That's Barbara Mikulski and President Obama. Like I said, paperwork's right here. Notarized. All right? It's notarized. That's Brandon Scott, and that's Worley. That's Commissioner Harrison. And we talking about kidnapping. Kidnapping, 2/7/2011. All right? And you got the paperwork. I gave you a yellow envelope. All right? I met in your meet and greets. That's Attorney General Anthony Brown. Like I said, you got to turn over this material. That's me and Commissioner Harris. That's me and Chuck D. And that's me and Omar from The Wire. And that's Chief Hyatt. She's going to be my main witness. So is Nick. That's Governor Hogan and Al Redmer. All right? You got to turn over that material. Like I said, Public Accommodations Act, the right to access the court. Right here, Dwayne G. Davis, Linda Dodge, parole and probation, consent to be videotaped. Y'all got to play that whole tape. Like I said, I was making a movie. President Trump and Hogan is the star of the show. That's President Trump, that's Hogan. We talk about the Secret Service. Activism ain't terrorism. All right? That's Dr. Lawrence, that's Sheila Dixon and me. Y'all wouldn't let me on stage, but I got a stage of my own. That's, like I said, that's President Obama. We believe in the inherent dignity and equality of every human being, regardless of race, religion, creed, or sexual orientation. That's the RICO Act. All right? The RICO Act means that you got more than one person to conspire to deny a person their rights. All right? The RICO Act. You violate the RICO Act. You got 35 offenses constituting that. All right? And you got that. In the last 3 years, you've been had that. Misrepresentation of a felony. You can get 3 years for that. That's Delegate Stephanie Smith. That's Natasha from the Public Defender's Office. And that's me. I own me. And these are my customers. Racism don't work without black cooperation, but it ain't going to end without white participation. Commissioner Harris, this is me in the community. All right? This is me in the community. Subject, evidence, forward, Ken LaRue. You feel me? You got that? December 7th, 2009. Ordered my property to be returned. My property didn't get returned in Illinois or in Maryland. So I made a big stink about it. It's all about Ivan Bates. WJZ put a statement out without checking the story. That's Governor Westmore, Kwaisa Mfume, Eric Barron, Speaker Jones, Attorney General Anthony Brown, Mayor Brandon Scott, County Executive Johnny Oleski, and President Biden. Commissioner Harrison had that in 2023, and y'all ain't did nothing. Senator Antonio Hayes got a book. The book is called I Am Dred Scott. Racism don't work without black cooperation. He's been sitting in that seat, and ever since he's been sitting in that seat, he's been protecting white supremacy. See my toilet? See my toys? That's the Trump toilet. And that's the Trump head. I was taught by my mother and father about racism. My mother was born in 1929. My daddy was born in 1926. And that's Governor Westmore. That's my father. We talk about Veterans Day. I served, my father served. Now it's time for you to serve us. That's President Biden in the Department of Justice. That's the White House, 2008. All right? Dear Mr. Davis. That means that's President Bush In 2008, that's President Bush. That's Bob Cocky. Ask him about me. It's an MPT learning moment. That's the Attorney General, Tony White. That's Raskin. That's Melissa Bennett from the President's office. President Bush. That's me and Governor Hogan. Like I said, I'm a weaver in Baltimore. That's David Moon. That's Kathy. And that's President Obama and me. That's Photoshop. That's Judge Badar. That's President Biden and Department of Justice. That's Eric Barron. That's the Maryland Black Caucus. And she been lying to you. She can go to jail. She been using her office and her position of power to protect this corruption. She had this information and she destroyed evidence. You got the same evidence. You, Bernstein, Mosby. Yeah, you got the same information. And it's right here. Dwayne G. Davis. Ivan Bates. That's Ivan Bates. And this is the letter to Ivan Bates. You're going to take an oath of office on January 3rd, 2023. That oath calls for you to defend the Constitution of the United States. All right, 2011, I was kidnapped by Scott Shellenberger. You got evidence and knowledge. I was supposed to have a trial on November the 26th. I want that trial. I want a trial to end this injustice. We're going to end this injustice. Like I said, that's Marilyn Mosby. That's you. And I'm famous for toilets. You feel me? I'm famous for toilets. That's Ivan Bates. And that's Vanessa Attenberry. And she's reading my evidence. That's Jack Young. And that's Kurt Anderson. He holding the book, The Minority Report. These are the movies I made. You took an oath. This ain't my fight, this our struggle. Books over bars. Education instead of incarceration. Being Black in America 2023. The First Amendment. Letters to Zion. Get Shorty. Baltimore Rewired. Letters to My President. Being Black and White America. Trading Places. And Senator Bill Ferguson got that. Xavier Conway got that. That's Xavier Conway in my handwritten letter. All right? Westmore and Shorty. The Story of Freedom. That's Ivan Bates. And that's Ivan Bates. You got evidence and knowledge. Racism don't work without black cooperation. And I'm using the Constitution. First Amendments. That's my film crew. And that's in Lake County, Illinois. At the Public Defender's Office. Dear Mr. Bailey. All right? Telephone call 310-2011 pertaining to your failure and refusal to defend my civil and constitutional rights. 12/24/2007. I was never Mirandaized. Y'all held me for 186 days illegally. You feel me? 186 days illegally. That's President Obama, Lisa Madigan, Patrick Fitzgerald, FBI Washington, D.C., Governor Quinn, Illinois, Governor O'Malley in Maryland, Lake County Board, Judge Bell, Carl Snowden, Eric Holder, Secretary Hillary Clinton, Senator Ben Cardin, Karen Parks from FOX45, Baltimore officer of the NAACP, Roland Ascot Martin, TV One, Radio One, ABC News, Charles Gibson and Don Lemon. Y'all had that. And Izzy Pataki got that. See that? Attorney General Anthony Brown got that. You got this one too. Whistleblower. Baltimore City, Baltimore County Courts. And man, Brandon Scott got that. That's Judge Badar and Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court. That's Judge Badar. That's Judge Mary Barbera. That's Frank Conway, the Judiciary Committee. Whoever having knowledge of an actual commission of a crime, a felony cognizable by a court in the United States, conceals and does not as soon as possible make known to the same or some judges or persons of the civil or military authority under the United States shall be fined under this title, imprisoned not more than 3 years or both. You got that. And Ivan Bates had it. Ivan Bates can go to jail. Like I said, Operation Greylord. Operation Greylord. You can go to jail because you got evidence and knowledge. That's Ivan Bates. All right. That's Governor Westmore, Attorney General Anthony Brown, States Attorney Ivan Bates, Police Commissioner Worley, Senator Ben Cardin, Mayor Brandon Scott, President Biden, Chief Justice Roberts, and the United States Attorney General. All right, Eric Barron. Turning pages. Because President Trump got it too. The whistleblower. He got that. That's his right there. President Trump got it. Commissioner Harrison got it. And the Baltimore City Council got it. All right. That's Senator Ben Cardin's 2013. That's Senator Ben Cardin's 2023. We talking about race and racism. That's Congressman Cummings, Senator Cardin, Sheriff Fisher, Snowden, McGee, and Judge Bell. And that's me at the Attorney General's office. Brown Omen 2014. You had that. Senator Ben Cardin's. See that's my phone number. That ain't changed. That's my email. See the date? 2023. Commissioner Worley got that. Delegate Clippinger got that. That's Delegate Clippinger. We're talking about our kids, man. Books over bars, education instead of incarceration. And this is what you stole from me. This is worth $250 million in intellectual property. The entire contents of the defendant's vehicle, a 1999 Chevy Suburban. Yeah, it's right here. That's me and Ray Lewis at Ray Lewis's restaurant. Like I said, we taking steps for justice. And that's Judge Karen, Eric Costello, and Sheila Dixon. That's Governor Hogan. That's TV One, Radio One, Kathleen Hughes, Jamie Lee Foster Brown. And that's my mother. That's my Community Verizon Award. That's Eric Barron. That's Governor Westmore. Dear Governor Westmore, this is my second letter. It's Governor of the state of Maryland. All right? That's your second letter. And that's Eric Barron in the footsteps. Criminal justice reform. I gave y'all a ceasefire program. And that's President Biden and the Department of Justice. Ivan Bates, Eric Costello. That's Senator Benjamin Brooks. Like I said, we taking steps for justice. That's a community chest. Advance and collect $200. No, $250 million. We're going to pass goal and collect my money. That's Z Cone and Councilman Torrance. See who had it? Governor Larry Hogan, Speaker Adrian Jones, Bill Ferguson, Stephanie Smith, Attorney General Anthony Brown, Attorney General Eric Barron, Mayor Brandon Scott, Scott Shellenberger, Ivan Bates, Chief Justice Mary Barbera, Carey, and Judge Cox, Xavier Conway, and Judge Bell. We talking about freedom then and freedom now. Slavery in the 21st century. You stole me from my family. Like I said, I'm not Emmett Till. You stole me from my family. That's my granddaughter, Dania. She got kids now. I'm a great-grandfather. You stole me from my family. See my nephews, nieces, sisters, and brothers? Black man taking care of his black family. Right here. We are employing any and all appropriate officials in the state of Maryland to assist Shorty in his effort for justice in Illinois. Emmett Till, I'm not. Shorty, pull your mask up? No. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. All right, in the city council. Mary Pat Clark. Yeah, Mary Pat Clark had this. Commissioner Harrison. Mayor Stephanie Rollins Blake. And like I said, the supporters of Shorties. That's Marilyn Mosby. Like I said, she can go to jail. She gonna be a snitch. She gonna start snitching. That's Eric Barron from the Department of Justice. See who that is? That's David Kamenetz. All right, Al Redmer. See everybody on it? So we don't have no misunderstandings. On April 7, 2007, I contacted Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court. I was making a movie about the war on drugs. State of Illinois versus Dwayne Davis. You got that paperwork. Eric Barron got that paperwork. See the date? I said, that's my customers. And these is my sisters that signed off on this in 2015. That's my sisters. We signed off on that. That's Jared Jimenez. We talking about voter suppression. That's my family. A family reunion. See, in the next year, that's how long I've been doing it. You go to Kaylin Young, get my paperwork. That's Delegate Kaylin Young. I'm not dead. I'm not Emmett Till. I want my roses while I'm still here. I want everything that belonged to me. They wouldn't congratulate a person doing the same thing as you, just not you, just because it's you. It's a ghetto Da Vinci Code. I gave you everything right here. Activism ain't terrorism. I'm the 2021 Weaver Award winner. Leading with love. You feel me? That's me. I went from Baltimore's worst to Baltimore's best. Like I said, I am Dred Scott. I'm not the clown around town. When we talking about mass incarceration, he created the system. That's Governor Hogan and Marilyn Mosby. Like I said, signs everywhere, signs. I'm going to take your signs and make them mine. I'm selling toilets, and he bought one. And that's President Trump, so he can't say that he don't know about it. See when he had it? See how long he had it? Yeah, that's President Trump. That's Ceasefire and Waukegan. That's Val King. Get all videos and legal mail from, all right, the NAACP. Says Facebook. Like I said, I'm an activist in Baltimore, 7 days a week. That's TV One, Radio One. Those are the contents of my vehicle that you took. And those are the storyboards and the information, all right here. That's the truck you took. That truck was worth $6,000. You never returned my vehicle. That's Ivan Bates, me, and Kwesi Mfome. That's Senator Van Hollen and Mayor Brandon Scott. That's me and my 2021 Weaver Award winner. All right? That's President Obama. And that's me, activist, community advocate. That's me and Sam Cassels. That's me and Senator Benjamin Brooks. That's me and Commissioner Harrison. That's President Obama. That's Jane Miller. That's Scott Shellenberger. That's Mayor Pugh. That's Mayor Stephanie Rawls and Blake. And that's Governor Hogan. That's the mayor of Alabama. And like I said, that's President Trump, whistleblower. You got to turn that information over. Yeah, y'all know who he is. He's at the front desk. That's my nephew, Michael. That's my granddaughter. And these is my brothers. And that's my mother and my father. And they best friends, the Joneses. That's me and Delegate Sheila Roof. Like I say, Veterans Day. That's my nephew. These is my nephews and my sister-in-law. And like I said, a ghetto Da Vinci Code. I want to go to the Supreme Court. Activism ain't terrorism. That's me and Franksky. TV One, Franksky. That's me and the Oreos. That's Congressman Elijah Cummings. Ain't no Loggins making a movie. That's my political soapbox. I stand with Palestine, and this is the reason why. You treat Palestinians the same way you treat Black America. Palestine has the biggest open air prison. America is the biggest prison. You feel me? I'm keeping the dream alive.